Hello, today I would like to tell you some short thoughts on special announcements. Number one, first, the speaker introduced himself. Next, he announced he would be their biology professor that's matter. Finally, he said that course were introductory course for students not majoring in science. Number two, first, the speaker introduced the Fly 140 non-stop to Hong Kong. Next, she asked all passengers to bring their seat bags to the upright position. Finally, she reminded smoking was not permitted on that flight. Number three, first, the speaker announced the stop on their garden tour would be very short. Next, he suggested returning to the bus in 15 minutes because they had one more garden to visit before their lunch break, so they had to leave on time. And finally, he said he didn't want to leave anyone behind. Number four, first, the speaker introduced the express train to New York. Next, she said the local train was across the platform. After that, she suggested stepping in and watching the closing doors. And finally, she reminded next stop was New York. Number five, first, the speaker got the people's attention. Next, he announced the actor playing Macbeth was sick that night. Finally, he said the role of Macbeth at that performance would be played by Albert Sato. Number six, first, the speaker got the people's attention. Next, he asked the driver of the blue car had parked near the front door to move the car because that area was for delivery jobs only. Finally, he suggested moving the car to the parking garage. Number seven, first, the speaker announced the guided tour in the museum would begin in 15 minutes. Next, he asked all ticket holders to line up at the end of the hall or go to the front desk to get one if they didn't have a ticket. And finally, he reminded tickets were free. However, they must have one to participate in the tour. Number eight, first, the speaker got the passenger's attention and she introduced herself. Next, she announced in about 5 minutes they would be passing over Lake Frank. After that, she suggested looking out the left side of the plane and they would be able to see the lake. Finally, she commented the clouds had cleared up and they had beautiful sunny weather, so they should get a good view. Number nine, first, the speaker announced coming up after the news on Radio 2000, they would have that day's weather report and followed by a full hour of classical music. Next, he said later that afternoon they would interview with Miss Lucinda Park, the world-famous violinist, who would discuss her recent concert tour. And finally, he reminded not to miss it. Number 10. First, the speaker announced a set of house keys had been found in the cafeteria that morning. Finally, he suggested coming to the main office and asking for Miss Chang to identify them if they thought the keys were theirs. Number 11. First, the speaker said he always liked to say few words at those gatherings, even though they heard enough of him every day. Next, he said he wouldn't interrupt their party too much. He just wanted to tell them that that year had been their most productive, and he hoped the next year would be even better. And finally, he thanked to all of them, and he said, "Happy New Year." Number 12. First, the speaker introduced Transam as non-stop service to London. Next, uh, he announced they were experiencing a delay due to heavy traffic there in Dallas. Uh, so the captain had asked them to serve complimentary beverages. Finally, he suggested remaining in their seats so they could serve them better. Number 13. First, the speaker announced the retirement of Miss Millicent Prendergast. Next, she commented, "Who have worked with Millicent would always remember how her optimistic outlook and efficient manner had helped them get through their busy workdays." And finally, she said they would miss her. However, they wished her the best and hoped she get a well-deserved rest during her cruise throughout the world. Thanks for listening.